We spent a bit of time pushing back on the idiots in the Greens and their attitude towards the Australian flag. You've heard a lot about Adam Bandt, but on this program we showed you what Lidia Thorpe had to say. Remember, freshly re-elected for another 6 years thanks to Labor preferences. Roll the tape.
What we have to understand, though, is what the Australian flag represents, and it represents a colonial invasion. For First Nations people, that flag is an obscenity.
Well, Phillip Thompson doesn't think that because, of course, he fought for Australia under that flag as a member of ADF, has stood up for the veterans community, was, of course, injured when he was in Afghanistan, and I'm pleased to say has excelled as a politician. His local community, of course, remember when he ran for election the first time, about a 500 vote margin. He is now well and truly in a safe seat. That's because of him as a good quality local member in and around Townsville. And he joins us right now as now the Shadow Assistant Defence Minister. Great to see you, mate. What about Lidia Thorpe there? It's a disgrace. It's an affront. It's a symbol of offence. It's garbage. What they're saying is the offence.
Mate, I'm absolutely offended by Senator Thorpe's comments. My wife, my two daughters are both Aboriginal, and what Adam Bandt did was divisive. Her comments are divisive. We must always acknowledge our past, but we must walk together for a better future for our children. And those comments are just so hurtful. And it's hurtful because it splits the nation. It's very divisive. And what Adam Bandt did was disgraceful. What Lidia Thorpe said was disgraceful. They're both not just a national disgrace, they're a national embarrassment. We, as members of Parliament and senators, our role is to bring our country together, not divide it. And what they're doing is their best to divide our country, and I expect better from both of them.
Well, and again, I think Australians are quite loving of our official national symbol and, of course, the representation of Indigenous communities. There's not a person amongst us who doesn't want a better future, but the idea that, and again, I don't know what the dream is for Lidia Thorpe. I don't know whether it's literally, you just hand the keys and she's in charge, or whether you're supposed to sort of take all the modernity with you. I don't understand what the fight is, because all she's doing is making it harder for everyone to work together and get on with it.
Mate, we've seen Senator Thorpe spit venom at police. We've seen the senator try and divide in commentary in the Senate. We've seen Adam Bandt do the same. They are both very divisive people. We must be working together, especially for Australians, our First Nations people, to walk hand in hand. That's the way that reconciliation is achieved. You can see behind me I've got all three of our flags. Mate, I fought under the Australian flag. I was wounded under that flag. My mates that were killed in action had the Australian flag draped over their coffin, and so did my mates who succumbed to their war within and died by suicide. Right now in Townsville, we have the Royal Commission hearing into ADF and veteran suicide, taking statements, speaking to people. This is absolutely disgraceful what Adam Bandt's done, because it has hurt people here locally. It's ignited wounds that were always there. And just today, I've had people calling crying, soldiers so upset with what Adam Bandt's done. And I've had First Nations people walk into my office, look me in the eye and go, thank you for standing up for us, because they don't represent us. Yeah. What Adam Bandt did, the statements from Lidia Thorpe, they do not represent everyone, and all it has done is created so much pain with not just within my community, but within the wider Australian community.
Bloody oath. You're a good man. Congrats on your re-election, your elevation inside the party. You're a star because you care and you're all in. Good on you, mate. We're all in on you. Phillip Thompson there, the member for Herbert.